Buddy, good morning. Welcome. Troy Rawlings live. I know my lips are moist. They gotta be moist. Troy, why are your lips so juicy in the morning? Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking. And if I don't juicify my lips, in the morning, by the end of me talking, I'm gonna look like Pookie from New Jack City. Go look it up for reference. It's Chris Rock's character. He was a crackhead. Cracked up lips. Crackheads tend to have cracked up lips. It's not the attribute that you... Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. Why am I doing this morning edition? And I adjusted my hours, as y'all can tell, because it's been a lot of work going on. So, and getting in the office and getting this started, the hours are going to fluctuate. But what's going to be reliable is the replay, baby. Carpe diem FDM. And my s'mores. Okay. What's going to be reliable is the replay. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, but mainly YouTube. My YouTube channel, Troy Rawlings Live, is popping. We got, this will make 20 hours of love, baby. All month of June, we were talking about self-love. The whole month of June. Had a ball with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. Now we're talking about the attributes of love. If you don't know, one of my missions, I do comedy, host events, and media guy. Shout out to my media partners, Sheen Magazine, on stands now. The latest Sheen Magazine is on stands now. Go pick it up. Usually I have my Dear Troy article in there, but and you know me from doing the tour, talking about sex, love, relationship, everything in between, writing the books, book author with my partner Yonda. What I do is Taboo, the erotic series, Butt Neck and Honest, conversational foreplay for dating, all the stuff. More books coming. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this continuous love, 52 weeks of love, 5 days a week, because one of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. So, and what better way to start your morning than with some good news? Or sometime during the day, you're driving, you're listening. We're going to give you some tidbits, something you can lean into, and just so we can love better, be better people. And I'm talking to you all like I talk to me. I'm teaching you what I'm learning, and some of the stuff I've taught over the past 22 years. No, I'm not a licensed therapist, not a psychiatrist. It's just that dude. All right, y'all. You know how we start. Let's get some breathing, rocking, and rolling. Hold on one sec. Share this with some folks. Shout out also, hey, what's going on, everybody? How you feel? Shout out also to Reach LA Angels. New blog coming. What up, bro? What up? New blog coming today. All right, let's get some breathing, rocking, and rolling. Quick prayer, and we'll jump into it. Today, we're talking about one of the second attributes of love. Hey, Patty. Of love. We talked about Wednesday. We didn't do Thursday. Thursday seemed to be my day off, not Saturday. So we'll figure it out. We talked about love being patient. Love is patient. How to be patient in love. Today we're talking about kindness. How to be kind in love. Just the attributes of love. Just some good stuff. Some good teachings. Some feels good. A little poop. Am I tired? All right, some breathing. If you're driving or if you're walking, you shouldn't be looking at the phone. Sit down somewhere. If you're driving, you can listen, but don't close your eyes during this part. Take your deep breaths, but don't close your eyes. All right. I don't want nobody get in an accident. I was watching you. It's not my fault. All right. Relax your shoulders. I want you to inhale, but feel your diaphragm, not just your chest. Try to feel your core. Inhale through your nose. We're going to inhale love, peace, joy. Exhale fear, doubt, anger, resentment. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. I almost fell asleep. All right. Let's say a quick prayer. Father, thank you for this time we have together. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in now. And we'll look at it later. Bless somebody. Let them share it and bless somebody else. And let us just learn to love better. In your precious name we pray. Let's have an awesome day. Amen. All right. I'm sitting good. All right. Quick birthdays. Born days. Some of my Facebook friends. Evan Frederick. Hadn't seen you in a month of Sundays, brother. Happy birthday. And Lance, the other Lance. It's funny, 2 Lances. Lance Adams, happy birthday, brother. Your birthday is today. And my man Lance Watterson, Tasty W's, his birthday is tomorrow, July 4th. And heavenly birthday, one of my closest friends, and well, friends, but also close production music for years, Ron Dookie Man Hall. His birthday was on July 4th. And I mentioned this before. It's funny that Ron's birthday was on July 4th. He's a cool friend. He passes away, and then I meet somebody else who's a cool friend now, and his birthday is on July 4th. So rejoice in heaven, Ron. All right, let's get underway. Today we're talking about love is kind. All right, let me give you some reference point for this, because it's like, why are you saying love is kind? Where are you getting it from? I talked about different definitions of love, and one of the greatest definitions of love, let me get out of this Zen music, because I'm going to be zenned out. I need release. Somebody tuning in right now just seeing me doing this. Shout out to Hope Flood too. We I think Monday I'm gonna try to interview Hope Flood, but Comics Rock Convention coming up. I'll be teaching there again this year. We're gonna have a ball. It's and somebody asked me, do we have to be a comic to attend? No, you want to be there. It's off the hook. Business stuff, but the events are gonna be off the hook. And we're celebrating Hope Flood's 60th birthday. Happy early birthday, Hope. We're in the month of July. Let's make it hotter in July, y'all. Shall we? Love. We gave a working definition of love, but one of the best definitions of love that I've ever heard of, and it seems to ring true. And years ago, I took time to. Did you look in the mirror this morning? Did you look in the mirror? You are beautiful. You are marvelous. You're doing great. You're doing a great job. Proud of you. Love you. I love you, Troy Rawlings. Did you look in the mirror today? Okay. I'm serious. Affirmations work. One of the greatest definitions of love that I've ever heard is actually in the Bible. It's actually a scripture by a guy who became an apostle. He was a statesman, a religious ruler, and all this other stuff, and had an encounter with Jesus. But he talks about how love brought him into the maturity of being a man. But he gives this definition of love, this Apostle Paul, 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. whatever translation you want to read, but this is the base of it. Love is patient. We talked about being patient yesterday. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. It doesn't hold on to people's wrongdoings, or our own. Because remember, the whole month of June, we talked about self-love. And I don't believe that you can effectively love people until you effectively learn how to love yourself and have grace for yourself and forgive yourself. You know, love on yourself. And we talked about that the whole month of June. You go back and watch the YouTube channels, stuff like that, gave you tips, everything, about 19 hours, rocking and rolling. Something like that. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts. It always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And some of y'all are like, I failed in love so many times. I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about somebody else. I'm not talking about a person. But unconditional love, that godly, divine love, that love that have people trying to jump in the casket with their grandmother or their mama because they realize how much this is the only person that really loved me. Oh, please don't go. Don't go. They be crawling up on the casket, the person. Don't, please, no. That's why you need to say I love you to everyone. Good, bad, or different with your relationships. If you're related to them, if your family, especially your parents or children, make that right. Parents and children, make that right. Because when they pass away, they sit there and you like, no. They trying to rest in peace. They like, peace. Get it in now. Because that's not them in the casket. That's just the corpse. That's just the what's going to turn into dust and dirt. And you trying to, Lord. Close. Can you close this? Somebody close this? And my breath stink because I'm dead, but what's wrong? Hey, Naja White. If you're just tuning in, today we're talking about love is kind. So we just gave a definition. Ruby Dee, actress, activist Ruby Dee. Many of you know her from stage and film, and her and her husband Ozzie Davis, long-time marriage, and I think they have a book. I think it's called 50. They talk about the 50 years. Hey, good morning. Of their marriage. But she gave a definition for love that I put it on my website. It's on my new website. It'll be when you want and pray for someone to be all God created them to be, despite any personal sacrifice it might entail. This is love. Love is overcoming. Love is passion clothed in infinite patience. Whew. 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 Okay. So, let's dive in. Kindness. We're talking about kindness this morning. Love is kind. How to be kind in love. Being kind is love's active, visible hand. Being kind is love's active, visible hand. This is the part that people see. Being patient, unless people know you, or it's to the other person, or if it's even to yourself, people can't see you being patient in love. People can see you being kind every day. And we're not just talking about romantic love. We're talking about love overall. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope though. Being kind is love's active, visible hand. It means choosing empathy, respect, and consideration over selfishness or the desire to win arguments. Kindness requires a transformation of the heart to put others first, even when it feels inconvenient or undeserved. That's from Sean Thomas. That's a good one. That's pretty good. Kindness, choosing empathy, respect, and consideration over selfishness or the desire to win arguments. Hey, Jen. I'll do each one. Empathy, respect, consideration over selfishness. Now, selfishness and self-love. Hey, good morning. are for those that are watching this later on, you hear me saying very difficult at times, very difficult at times. Now, those who are watching this at a different time, I'm live on IG, so I do it on IG live, and I like it because the correspondence and feels like me doing live radio or TV because I can interact. What up, cuz? With everybody. Yeah, these attributes of love aren't always easy. And we're not just talking, like I said, I'm not just talking about romantic love, our spouse, our boyfriend, girlfriend, our lady, our man. But family and the children dynamic changes so much as they get older, as we get older, different relationships and family. If we tap into this more and we can do better in our families, we'll do better in our communities, do better in our country, world. You know, it's a domino effect, a positive domino effect. It's easy sometimes. I've seen people give food to a dog that's with the homeless man and step over the homeless man. It's that's those acts of kindness. But just a smile, just one thing I used to love about my dad. My mom was like that too. Both of them were people. But my dad, man, he never missed the opportunity to open a door, say hello, do something for someone, start a conversation while standing in line somewhere, make a joke. It was that cheery personality thing. Even though he was dealing with his own depression and stuff like that, and he may not have felt wonderful about himself all the time, but he would put it outwardly. Kindness. I have some friends, man. I always brag on my friends because I'm trying to be a better friend. And God has blessed me with some awesome friends. That same thing, they choose kindness. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was just talking about his interpretation of, the male-female dynamic. We get into a lot of those conversations, me and my homeboy. And he was just like, yeah, if women could be more, and he was just ragging on them. And I was like, I don't know women. I don't really function in that space with women like that. The women in my life are amazing. If you look around you and your circle seems to be more and more negative, if you're always talking about how people are doing something negative, argumentative, naggy, unkind, I can't believe they're doing this, ratchet, crazy. You know, people say you attract who you are. You also attract what you allow. You attract who you are, but you attract what you allow. Because some woman right now is like, oh, I'm attracted to who I am. Why are people always doing this? I'm a nice person. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Do you really feel internally to yourself that you're a nice person? Do you feel like you deserve to be treated a certain way? I'm not talking about you deserve to be treated a certain way, so you have to say it. Some people have to say it out loud again. Some people's like, I deserve more. I deserve diamonds, and I deserve to go out to a restaurant. I deserve to be treated nice. I deserve to. And they yelling it out. And I'm like, okay, baby. Okay, calm down. Why you yelling? But I realize sometimes it takes that for somebody. Some people have to yell it from the treetops and the rooftop. I deserve this. I deserve that. I deserve to be treated like this. I deserve to be treated like that. Because it got to such a head that everybody needs to know this is what I deserve. But do you believe it? Because once you believe it, you don't even let things that aren't kind and generous and loving to you in your space. You'll rebel it. Like bad breath, like the person in the casket I did earlier, the callback. Please close the casket. Stop letting these people whisper in my ear. Why are you whispering in my ear? I can hear you. I'm dead. I can hear everything. That's true. They can tell it, but it still doesn't mean they believe it. And you can look at a person and their dynamic, But I understand what it is to talk to yourself. That's why you got to start your day by looking in this freaking mirror and talking to yourself positively. You deserve to have, some of y'all right now, girl, you deserve to have love. You deserve this. You deserve everything. You are awesome. You are dead. And it may hurt sometimes. You might have to cry through it. Repetition. You ever heard somebody talk about how their parents always say, oh, you ain't gonna be nothing, or you stupid, or you dumb, or a teacher say, oh, that's not possible. This is not possible. I love Steve Harvey when he tells the story about his father, him coming home. He told his teacher he wanted to be on TV, and the teacher said, do you know anybody that's on TV? That's not realistic. You got to do something more realistic, what you want to be, this, that, and other. And supposedly the teacher sent a note home. His mother was upset. His father was like, let me see that. He said, this is what you wrote, this is what you believe, then you keep this and you keep going for it. He said his father did that. Man, fathers out there, let me tell you something. I love you, Zoe Troy Rawlings. My daughter's 14. I don't care what people think about your parenting. I'm talking about loving fathers. I'm not talking about abusive fathers. I'm not talking about absentee fathers. I'm talking about fathers and mothers. It is so powerful for you to speak into your children's lives every day. I used to pray over my daughter every day. Speak over her when she would sleep every day. When she was in her mother's belly, I would pray over her every day. What up, Jay? It's so important that you do that. Some of us are doing that for children, for our loved ones. We pray over our husband, our wives, and we don't do it for ourselves. We don't speak into our own lives, look in the mirror and speak into our own lives about how positive, dope, and amazing we are. We're not kind to ourselves. I believe we talk to people and we act towards people how we feel about ourselves. Now, if you're a person who has been abused, molested, bullied, and it's getting to the point where it's built up so much that it's coming out that you're instantly defensive, I get it, because that's a mechanism. That's a defense mechanism. And you don't want to be that way anymore. There was a guy that taught this session one time. I forgot his name. But he did an amazing thing on how we build a false self. Specifically saying, I'm going to jump back into this kind of thing, specifically saying that someone gets hurt. It was a circle, like a diagram he did. Someone gets hurt. They say, I'm never going to be hurt that way again. So they start putting on the facade or things and doing things that will stop them from getting hurt that way. But now you can say, I'm not going to deal with a certain person. You can say, repetition helps me in my chess game openings, poetry performance. Nice. You can say, I'm not going to deal with that anymore, let that into. But to say, to put on a facade to change your dynamic and stuff, who's not you, and put the shell on so you can try to prevent yourself from being hurt again. You can't stop yourself from being hurt again. Maybe that way, but you learn from it. But don't be so. I know some people that are so, I don't know why men don't like me. I don't know why I can't find a woman. I don't know why I don't have that many friends. You don't have to have a lot of friends. I can't trust nobody. I heard somebody literally say, it's a friend of mine, love her. She said, you just can't trust people. I was in a car going into my house. I'll never forget, my daughter's in the backseat sleep. I'm talking on the phone. I'm like, yeah, wrapping up the night. Yeah, I just don't trust people. And I was like, I'm waiting for who, ... I'm waiting for most. Some of us are very absolute. I don't trust people. I don't like white people. I don't like black people. I don't like women like this. I don't like guys like this. I don't like that. Very absolute. Not some, not most. You ain't even been with everybody. You ain't even met everybody. Do you know, black man, it might be a white person that's going to help you. You know, white man, it might be a black woman or man that comes and changes your whole life. And we talking about we don't like somebody because of the color of their skin. I'm not talking about history. Be very mindful of history. Be very mindful of those that show that they are racist, bigoted, evil people, and enroll in it. because we're in a time that people are not even, just like, mask off, baby. Mask off. Literally. As soon as the mask came off, it's like, we're good, we're good. I hate everybody. But I don't want to catch COVID. Kindness. We're talking about kindness today. Love is kind. So for the rest of the year and forever, I'm always going to be talking about love. 5 days a week, Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. We talking about kindness today. Kindness requires a transformation of the heart to put others first, even when it feels inconvenient or undeserved. Not to the point where you're damaging yourself. And I can say it like that, but sometimes for our children or for our loved ones, sometimes it's very sacrificial. Some practical ways to apply kindness to everyday relationships. Offer undivided attention. Put down your phone or distractions when loved ones speak to show that their thoughts matter. Some people get mad when I put my phone down and turn it over. It's a fine line indeed. Some people get mad when I put my phone down and turn it over, but it may seem like a small thing. Some of it, like, that's obvious. Why would I have the phone? I said, yo, everybody's vying for our attention now. Attention is the biggest asset. Attention is the payoff. Everybody wants our attention. I started playing like a spades game and a golf game on my phone. And these games on the phone is like going back to the arcade in the late 70s, early 80s, after you watch a movie, downtown Baltimore. Or the video game. I remember I spent my whole allowance at a 7-Eleven playing Street Fighter, drinking Slurpees. And then when the Frappuccinos came out, Starbucks drink, and it was like the mocha joint was like a milkshake, and I'm not realizing I'm doing the caffeine and I'm on the daggone thing. It's addictive. What's up, beloved of God music? All right now. Addictive. Your sister at ASG, that Kev referred me to. What is your name, sister? Also, if you guys don't have your name in your Instagram handle or any handle on here, make sure you put your first name and what city you're in so I can respond to you. Even though it's good to have your handles in here so people can follow you. Yeah, offer undivided attention. It's a great way to show kindness. When someone is talking to you, try to listen. I'm big on body language. I'm big on chemistry and body language and looking at all of your communication, because 60% of communication, about 60-70%, I don't know what, is nonverbal. So when someone's listening to Sherelle Anderson, hey, even though my kindness is often perceived as weakness and have abused my kindness, I still choose it. I say never up on love, never give up on love, and love is kind. But there's so many mean men out there. So many. There are a lot of mean people out there. But, once again, I'm going to say this. And maybe this is because of my mentality. And I may seem like an optimistic fool. And I may walk around like it's Christmas every day. But Nye and Jen, think about this. If when you think about your interactions with men or women or men, I just deal with men. Let's dive into the relationships. If you think about your interactions with men or people, work scenarios, stuff like that, and the majority of the people you deal with are mean, or like my friend said, I don't trust people. The majority of people you deal with are untrustworthy. You are the common denominator. It's not them, it's you. Ooh, that's a hard one. Dang it, I ain't come here for this morning, Troy. People tuning out like it's President Trump talking at a State of the Union address. Hey, fellow Americans. I felt you tune out. Felt you tune out. There you go. If most are great in actions, you're good. But if you lean in, look, here's the thing about life. Here's the thing about how our brain works. Our brain loves to solve problems, all that stuff. If you have a great day great day. We talk about this on stage. You're doing great on stage. You having fun. The whole crowd laughing. Something will draw us to the person who's not laughing, who's looking at their phone. The teacher's teaching. Everybody's paying attention. Everybody writing. And that one student is falling asleep. Now, if you're in class, of course, you're going to tell the student to wake up. Some college teachers don't do it. The class be over and the person be like, and you just like, hey, have a nice day. Have a nice day, everybody. They be like, hey, I failed that last test. It's like, yeah, you sleep every day. That's the kind of professor I'm going to be. It's like, yeah, you look tired, brother. You tired. I mean, we can come after and do some stuff. I can do stuff for you later. I'll take some time with you, but I ain't gonna wake you up when I know how good sleep feel. But y'all, I'll say this. If the majority of people around you are not kind, are mean, are trying to use you, or check yourself. Check yourself. Especially Jen. People like Jen and I, y'all work with so many people. Y'all see so many beautiful women. Y'all working with people all the time. Gorgeous, blah, yada, 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 yada. If you being treated mean, that should repel you like no deodorant. Undivided attention. Stop keeping score. Ooh. Let go of past grievances rather than keeping a mental or literal record of wrongs. Now, this goes into the thing of the depths of love. Rodney Payne, what's going on, my brother? This goes into the things of depths of love. Not keeping score. It's hard. Been through the relationships when you're going back and forth, you're arguing about something, you're having a disagreement. And that you said sting. I don't know why it stings. I guess on both sides it stings, but some about a woman said, well, you said, because women can. Remember that? What was that? Was that a data machine that? Well, you said on Friday, June 8th, 1900s? You bringing up something from the 1900s, baby? Let go of past grievances rather than keeping a mental or literal record of wrongs. Hard to be kind towards somebody that you look at them like, I hear you. It happens sometimes. Practice active listening over speaking. Listen to understand, not just to formulate your rebuttal during a disagreement. This is talking about being more kind. So what it seems like is kindness has to do with the proper attention given to someone and space for empathy, space to let them be who they are, space to listen to before we respond. What I'm learning as I'm getting older, 51, is that you don't have to respond in the same session if it's a lot. You can literally say, that's a lot. Now, if it's something emergency and they need an answer or they need some help or something, that's something different. But if it's something y'all just having a communication about and they ask you a question, what do you think about that? You just do this, so I feel like you did this, and you're listening, like, how can I be better at that? Have you ever, if you love this person, we're talking about love now. We're talking about kindness and love. Hey, V, we're talking about kindness and love. Because if you don't give a damn about this person, you're listening to them like, so what do you want me to do? That's different from, how can I help and be better? Or, how did it make you feel when I did that? Or, not just, I'm sorry you felt that way. While body language is the majority of nonverbal communication is most communication. So, ladies, if you're saying he doesn't communicate with me, he's not talking to you, or you're not, because talking is just one part. Yes. Good morning. Active listening listens to the piece and sees where you can interject empathy and help to bring solution. I'm very solution minded when it comes to, I don't like arguing at all. So I really want to get to the solution part. How can we solve it? I can't speak for all men, that's how I am. But some people need to vent and get it off their chest. That's hard. It's hard sometimes. The active, whew, that takes study. I've studied for years to be a better active listener. I still do it. A lot of women, I'm taking a beat with Jen. No. You can't just put a whole paragraph dissertation in the comment section when they're popping up, because sometimes the comments don't pop up, so I don't see them. But I'm seeing this. This is from, yep, I'm Jen. A lot of women deal with men who are kind at first, but then it turns into resent. I've learned some insecure men seem to become resentful when you're doing well or getting attention, etc. That is true. I can't disagree with that. You said some, most, you used, yeah, you've learned, you said a lot of, all is true. You ain't got, anywho, that's another discussion. Hey, Dan. That's a total true statement. And you put yourself in the place. I love how you said a lot of women deal with men who are kind at first and then resent and da. And Jen, for those who don't know, Jen is an artist. She's a singer. She's beautiful. All that stuff. So being mindful. This is where my book, and Jen read my book. Jen said you said you liked the book. She took good stuff from the book. She got, like I said, if you haven't got a copy of my book, if you DM me, hey, I like the ebook, I send it to you today. You can read it, check it out, let me know what you think. But that's that early stage stuff. And what's so funny is when we go out and we're talking about kindness today, but we're talking about love. And I like interacting, and it's a Friday, so if you put if something up in here, I don't mind. Thank you, Jen. But early off when you meet somebody, especially men, if you meet a woman and she's dressed bad, hips, dips, all that, and she out and about, she at the club, she drinking, she having a good time, and y'all meeting this, that, and other. Then you start talking, you start building a relationship, y'all kicking it. And then you get upset because she's going out, she's having a good time, or she's an artist, she's singing at the karaoke, she's singing at a concert. You met her performing. She was performing when you met her. She was at work doing A, B, C, and D when you met her, when she was on lunch. And said, then you get with this person and you want them to change, women or men. Don Miguel Ruiz wrote a book called The Mastery of Love. Yes. Mr. CEO said people attract back the frequency of who they are. Personal development is key. That's true. That's why we talk about self-love in the month of June. We talk about love now. There's no better way to develop yourself than to develop the attributes of love for yourself and outwardly. It will change your whole life. Even when you're dropping the ball, it helps you to get up, dust yourself off, and be better. And it attracts people to you that are better, that can help you do better. Hear me saying that. If you're loving on yourself and you're showing kindness outwardly to yourself and outwardly, it attracts people who are better to help you do better. Take notes. Yeah, all right, let me jump back in because it's getting late and I don't want to, I can be on here forever talking with y'all. And another thing, especially when it comes to this stuff, we talked about practical ways to apply kindness every day, offer undivided attention, stop keeping score, practice active listening over speaking. Another one, balance truth with grace. I'm just being honest. Can I keep it real? This may hurt. A lot of times we're trying to keep it real and we're not being mindful of someone's feelings. There's ways to do it, even if you got to look like it hurts you when you say it. You know, you be like mean and lying sometimes. I'm just saying. See, what do you mean? What do you mean? And you yell a lot? What are you talking about? I don't like your cooking. Something about that face that makes it a little easier. your cooking is a little salty to me, and I have high blood pressure and my feet swell, my toes and fingers swell after I eat your food, and you use the same seasonal on everything you cook. I couldn't tell the difference between the eggs and the French toast because everything is cooked in the same grease. You know it's Jasmine, what's good? How are you? Welcome. Troy Rawlings Live, morning edition. We talking about love forever. We talking about being kind. And that action step was, and if you missed this or you missed a great part of it, you can catch this on YouTube. It'll be on my Instagram timeline with all the other stuff. We're in the month of July. The whole month of June, we talk about self-love. This month, we're starting talking about the attributes of love and running down, like we talked about love is patient this week. Now we talk about kindness. Balance, truth with grace. If you must deliver difficult news or correct someone, temper your words with tenderness and respect rather than blunt force. I gotta be blunt. I gotta be me. I gotta say it. You say it and they're like, I am. So I'm just saying. You got a small dingaling. I don't know where that came from. I'm saying your breath stink. Whatever it is. Here's the hard. Here's the hardest point. I had to bring that up because that's a topic that comes up a lot in my raw uncut sessions. Blah, blah, blah. If you've been to one of my raw uncut shows, you already know. Or if you go online and watch my comedy special, Raw Uncut Clean in San Diego, yes, it's a question. I know a lot of y'all don't tell a man that. Y'all are waiting until after the relationship is dwindling away. I had somebody that told a friend of mine that they weren't satisfied and ... But it was months in. I was like, ooh, come on, y'all. Let's be more butt naked and honest up front than to just kind of, not saying that this all, I'm just talking about all things, especially with the breath. I'm a type of person, if I see something in your nose, your eye, if your breath, you brush your teeth today? Thank you, Betty Rawlings. My mother was a nurse. I come from a long line of nurses. One thing nurses gonna tell you, ain't nobody freaking at a nurse. You get yourself a good nurse, guys, and you good. But because blood and throw up and pee and urine and poop, and they deal with everything. And they've seen it all. Inside, outside, everything. But a nurse, if you got nurses in your family or grandmas or something like that, if I'm talking to one young lady and she got some cold in the eye, this is another level of kindness. I'm like, we got to get that. All right, finish what you were saying. She was like, I know you didn't just spit on me. You had a chunk that wasn't just going to come with just you brushing your eye. You would have cut yourself. I would tell someone, you brush your teeth today? That's my mother used to do it. And I knew she was doing it in love because she was like, your breath, go, take a bath. Just another. My mother would be right in your face and be like, we got some new soap with a Vic. We got some new soap in the bathroom. You might want to go and wash up a little bit. Did you put deodorant on earlier? There's some Tussie in your room. Elementary. I could be in elementary school when I started using Tussie deodorant. My father had the cologne mama. Need to go in your room. And did you wash yourself today? Did you wash yourself? Did you wash your butt? Did you wash? My mother was quick. Did you wash your butt? How did you wash it? Did you get in there? You washing down there? Tussie, not Tussin, not Robitussin. Tussie was I don't even know what they sell anymore. It's like a cream deodorant. It's really cool. Tussie. It's like it's cool because it came in a little, not as big as this, but it was a little jar. What's up? Okay, we talking about being kind. And I'm just saying, and we're talking about Aunt Nina. No, you talking about Nay's mother, Nina, that just passed away? No, they didn't work together. I think my mom was, they might have been the same age. But no, are you talking about Nina, Nay's mother? But yeah, kindness. Not being so blunt. Because that question comes up a lot. How do I tell somebody that they're not pleasing me? Stephanie and Wendell's mom. Oh, you talking about that? You talking about the Rawlings side? What is Troy Rawlings doing this weekend? My friend Lance's birthday, Tasty W's. He having a birthday cookout in Compton. I'm gonna be in Compton tomorrow after I do some work, but I'm gonna be working. ATL Comedy Theater, what it do, y'all? What it do? I gotta come back out to ATL. I gotta come out to ATL. We gotta make that happen. All right, y'all. We talking about love this morning. If you just tuning in, we're about to wrap this thing up, but you can go back and watch the replay. Troy Rawlings Live. Sex, love, relationship, everything in between. But my mission, one of my main missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. The whole month of June, we were talking about self-love. Now we're talking about some of the attributes in love starting off July. We did with love is patient the other day. Now we're talking about kindness. Right now we're talking about some action steps. Balance the truth with grace. If you must deliver difficult news or correct someone, temper your words with tenderness and respect rather than blunt force. The earlier one, Stop Keeping Force, was from pray.com. This one is from Douglas Talks on YouTube. Yeah, some of y'all go hard in the paint. I just got to say it. That's cool. But if this is a loved one, if you're talking to somebody, I got to be better with it. Because sometimes if I talk to my homeboy and he's just spitting out, spewing out, because he had bad situations with women. So when he talks about women, he's like, eh. And he knows I love him. We very close. And I'm like, yo, that's just not my experience with women. And then he'll say two or three more things. And I'm like, you know what? They probably do dog you like that because you deserve it. You start. Some people would take you over the side. It's like, obviously, this loving kindness ain't working. Let me be more blunt with my homeboy. But you have to be mindful of people's feelings, especially if you're in a love, sexual, intimate, husband, wife, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, and y'all want to stay together. And then sometimes you're going to have hard conversations like you have. That's why it's important for people to take heed when someone tells them what satisfies them. Don't take it personal. Either you can please them or not. But being tactful is key. Yeah, we talk about the satisfaction if we talking about sex, love, relationships. Or if that's why I like butt naked honest. A lot of people, maybe because I'm older now too, but I've always been, no, because I wrote the book in 2013, but butt naked honest, I'd rather have a conversation with you up front to know what you expect intimately, what you're looking forward in a relationship, this, that, and other, what your financial goals are, where you stand financially, what you want, what you don't want, because some women are high professionals and they looking for a high professional, or some women are older and they're about to retire and I'm ready to travel and I need a travel partner. Some men want a woman that look like this, cook, do this, that, and the other, and she got to work. I want a woman that can cook every day and pay half the bills. People got all kinds of things they want. Some people don't want any of that. They just want somebody that'll love them for who they are. That's great. But when you can talk about sex and finance is supposed to be the main things that people get separated over. And a lot of times they seem to be the hardest to talk about. So if they're more open up front and it's a better conversation up front, you get into a better position. All right. So that was balance, truth with grace, support without expecting a return. This is one of the core factors of love that we have to be mindful of if we have self-love. But love is hard, man. Love is hard. You can have as much self-love as you want, but you can extend love so much that you're going to get hurt. Love is a hurting game. It's going to cause sacrifice. It's going to be painful. Different things are going to happen. But support without expecting a return. Perform small acts of service, which I love, like making coffee or helping with chores, or purely to make someone else's day easier, not for recognition. Yeah. And mind you, this stuff is easy to say when you're outside of a relationship with the person. Because some of us have relationships with certain people that we act a certain way around certain people. It's just the nature of it. Some women and men are blunt and unkind to their spouses, but they love their work husband. Some people are blunt and unkind to their boyfriend, girlfriend, man, woman, but their bestie, especially the females with the male bestie or the male with the female bestie, they go everywhere, do everything with the bestie. Oh, they bestie. But it's not my husband. And we don't cross the line. I'm just saying be kind. So the message today is learning to be kind. Hope you had some fun. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy 4th of July kickoff weekend. I probably would do something tomorrow morning as well because I didn't do Thursday. I didn't do yesterday. And I like to do 5 a week. So we probably hit another attribute tomorrow as well. But today, be kind to somebody. Show some kindness. Smile. You know, if you got a little extra on you, pay for the person a cup of coffee behind you. Or put something towards it. But show some love. Happy weekend, everybody. Once again, I said, if you didn't get my ebook, DM me to Not Married, Besties or Bust. Yes, besties are wonderful. You can tell I keep it really G in the mornings. But if you come to my show. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Stay tuned. You'll see some commercials for the Comics Rock convention coming up. Enjoy your weekend too, wherever y'all are around the globe. If you haven't gotten my ebook, DM me. I'll send you a copy right now. And stay tuned. You'll see some other stuff popping up. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. God bless, one love. Peace.